Hello, this is my informative speech. I woke up this morning and I felt bad. I was aching, I had a severe cough, I had a fever, I did not feel good, I was fatigued, my body felt bad. I thought that it was a common cold, but it was not passing. My purpose is to inform you about flu symptoms. How many of you have had the flu in the past year and thought it was just a common cold? With life the way it is, busy, work with family, homework, church, kids, we have found ourselves sick, not realizing that we've had the flu. Working in a doctor's office, I have come across a lot of cases like this where people come in and they realize that they have been sick longer. They thought it was just a regular cold, and come to find out they have had the flu. The doctor doesn't really prescribe a lot for them, but they're able to give them something mostly to help with a cough. That brings me to one of an interesting point. What are the symptoms? What does the flu really look like? The flu, you will have fatigue, severe headaches, a very harsh, hard cough. You will run a fever. Your body will ache. It'll be hard for you to get up out of bed, to do your everyday things. Those are some of the bigger factors of the flu. Even though everyone can have the flu, it sometimes presents itself differently. Someone can have the flu and maybe not have the fever, but they have the body aches, they have the fatigue, but they may not have the fever. Or someone may have the fever but may not have the body aches. Everyone's symptoms could be different with the flu. And that, as well as another point to bring you to, children's symptoms may look different as well. Also, they may handle it differently. As adults, we are able to push through sometimes when we're not feeling well. With children, it may not look like that. When we are the flu, when we have the flu, what are some things that we can do? Well, let's look at it. We can go into the CVS and we can get tested now. We can get tested if we have the flu. They're able to swab us for that. And while we're in the CVS, we're able to pick up different over-the-counter medicines. We can get the Mucinex to help us with our cough. We can also get the ibuprofen or Tylenol to help us with fever. And like I said, the severe cough, Robitussin. Robitussin has a stronger dosage that you can get from your doctor's office. We also have for the children, we have it's called Zarbee's, and it's more of a natural medicine that you can give to the kids. Those are some of the things that you can utilize to help you, even if you go to the doctor. On the CDC's of government, they have a list of CDC government flu symptoms on your website. It does have a list of other different factors as well for the flu. Children are sometimes having it different. They maybe handle it different. They're able to not be able to go to school. They have to stay home, and they may be called to stay home from school. Like as adults, sometimes we try to push through. Every time you get a fever, does that mean you have the flu? No, it doesn't mean you have the flu. That means sometimes you just might not be feeling well. But you can go to your local doctor's office or your local CVS, and they're able to check you out and do a swab and test you now. That is something that has happened now, that we're able to get tested at our local pharmacies. Now that we have all the symptoms and we understand how to take care of ourselves, between medicine and another way of taking care of ourselves is rest, eating properly. We need to make sure that we eat, that we have a breakfast of some sort, have a lunch of some sort. And we also need to make sure to stay dehydrated, drink plenty of water. Through these symptoms that we are feeling through our flu, we need to still make sure that we take care of our body. And staying hydrated is an important factor as well. Another thing that they showed on the CDC wellness page is that you need to get 6 to 9 hours of rest. Who would have thought that you need that much sleep? But our bodies do. When we are fighting infections, we need to get rest. So in my conclusion, now that we have understood and we have went through the different steps and going to the doctor and learning, the flu is something that everyone will catch 1 or 2 times out of their life, and we have to learn how to take care of ourselves, eat properly, get rest, and stay dehydrated. Ultimately, the more we get educated, and the easier it becomes to take care of ourselves and to make sure that we don't spread a flu virus to anyone of our family or friends or even our children. The more that we learn, the better we become. The more that we educate ourselves, the better we are to understand if we have the flu or if it's a common cold. Thank you.